we thought we couldn't miss church, so I was pregnant with Donna, and I felt like it was time for her to be born, but I just had to go to church training, so I was there, and when I got there, I decided, well, I better go on to the hospital. So we went on to the hospital. Well, then half of the church, I think, came on down to the hospital that night, and she was born, and they thought that she was the only thing there was, and every Sunday school meeting and anything we had, we'd carry Donna. And then Cheryl came along, and we still would go to all those meetings. I don't know how we managed to take them to all of it, but we did.
Donna, she loved storybooks. She could read Peter the Pumpkin Eater and all like that, you know. And
Miss
so,
Carrie Lou taught her all that.
And she'd go across the house. So we lived in one half of the house and the other people in the other half. So she wanted to sleep with me at night. And Cheryl slept with Betty, so I let her have the baby Cheryl, and me and Donna, we'd read books.
They'd take a flashlight and lay there on that sofa and read them books, because they knew if they had the lights on, it would disturb me and Cheryl. With Cheryl, the doctor said she was born in a veil, and that was something like she was gifted.
Yeah. Cheryl was born so gifted to play piano.
Mm-hmm.
So when she was about, Donna had gone to school and learning piano lessons, and she'd get to have the program, have a musical recital. And she had it just about right, but when she'd get to play it, Cheryl would get up there and play it just by ear, and make Donna live it mad, you know. So everything Donna would learn, Cheryl would play it just by hearing.
When Bonnie was born, she was born on a Saturday, and then the next Sunday was Easter. So the doctor let me come home from the hospital because it was Easter Sunday, to bring my little Easter Bonnie home. My little Easter Bonnie. 15 months, then Keith was born. So Bonnie and Keith grew up more like twins. But when Keith was born, they said Jimmy was hanging out the hospital window saying, "It's a boy, it's a boy." And I cried because I thought, well, it would be another girl, and you know, they could all share a room. And it didn't work that way. And Jimmy went to the barber shop and had all of his hair cut off, had it shaved off.
Crew cut. Yeah, back in the end, you could get that crew cut, and they said, boy, I was excited.
Mick named all of the children, and Bonnie called Johnny the daddy, Mick the mama.
She dressed Donna and Cheryl like twins all the time. When she'd buy one dress, she'd buy two.
Donna fell, broke her leg, and that was the first time we got a television.
Yeah, Donna was, they said I had to do what she said all the time, but anything they wanted done, they say, Donna, tell her daddy that's what we're gonna do. So they said I minded Donna pretty good.
When Jimmy was at work, they would play, and I'd tell them after lunch, I said, now you got to come in, you got to get a bath, you got to take a nap. If you don't, you'll have polio. And so after then, we would go and sit on the front porch and wait for Jimmy to come home. And the game we'd play, whatever car come down the road, we'd take turns. The next car's yours, this car's, and we'd just make a game out of that. And then when we knew when he'd come home, we'd either go to the grocery store or we'd go to a movie. If we was going to a movie, I popped a big bag of popcorn.
Drive-in theater.
And I didn't care about movies, and Cheryl didn't, and Bonnie and Keith was little, so Donna and Jim would sit in front of the station wagon and watch the movie, and we'd eat popcorn. And we went to Billy and Marge's in Charleston, and then we went on up through by Asheville, and they were all out swimming, having a good time, and Bonnie had to stay in the motel because she had the mumps. But we went to the restaurant to eat, and we'd never been to a restaurant, didn't know anything about ordering.
The Holiday Inn there.
Yeah, and we just went on to find us a table. We didn't wait for them to seat us or anything.
Waitress trying to catch up with us and stop us, you know.
And we didn't know what to order, and so it said baked potatoes, so we thought it was sweet baked potatoes, you know, so we ordered that, and they brought us iced potato, and we didn't know what to do.